Hey guys, thanks for stopping by again. This video is going to be about Capsule CRM. Um, if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that I'm a heavy advocate of Business Contact Manager uh, when using in-house, and of course Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Not a huge fan of Salesforce, to be honest, or Zoho CRM. Used to use Sugar CRM, but I actually looked for the perfect thing because I do happen to have a couple of friends and people that I refer. And I got to tell you, for A, you can get something for free, and B, very affordable. But the question is the features, right? And a CRM, what is features which you'd be looking for? What do you want in a CRM system? And one of the beautiful things that I found in Capsule is their mobile app is incredible. It's really cool. One of the draws to BCM is that you cannot work on the cloud. It's only used in-house. Uh, but it has its strengths, don't get me wrong. And CRM is really amazing and it has a mobile app, Dynamics that is, but it is quite pricey, right? At 40, 50 bucks per user per month, it can get pretty pricey. Although if you can afford it, I would get it because it's hands down the number one CRM out there. However, Capsule CRM is actually a really cool system. You'll see here that they do have a free account, which you can use up to 2 users, 10 megabytes of storage, which is nothing. You'll eventually outrun it if you use this system properly. 250 contacts cap, meaning you can't have more than 250 prospects. Unlimited opportunities and unlimited cases, which is really cool. And you can get all this for free, by the way, for 2 users, and the mobile app functionality. It's very, very nice. And if you decide to upgrade for 12 bucks a month, you will get 2 gigs of storage per user, 50,000 contacts. The cap is lifted from 250, unlimited opportunities, unlimited cases, and extremely awesome integrations, which means that you can actually tie this software in with other programs. So let's get to it. What exactly is Capsule and how does it work? Well, um, the question is what you're looking for, right? What is any business looking for? Or as a freelancer or a person who works on their own, who needs a good system. Capsule is a really, really awesome CRM system, content management system that allows you to track various things, such as keeping a contact book, information about people, organizations, opportunities to track money, a list of tasks of things to do, reminders, sending emails, and of course creating cases as they come in, meaning you have customers who need assistance. So I went on and I created a unique URL for myself, and let's just dive in. I'm going to log in right now. Here's my username and password. I'm going to log in, and notice that on the very top you'll see you get a unique URL. That's going to be the name of your organization, .capsulecrm.com. So this is a hosted solution. A completely hosted solution. It's very, very cool. And what I'm looking at right now is my dashboard. And it's completely empty because I have yet to actually use this system. Meaning I have not full-blown use it on myself. I actually use BCM for myself. But take a look at this. So now, if you look up top here, you'll see you have your dashboard icon, your people and organization icon, your calendar and tasks icon, your sales pipeline if you are going to track revenue with the system, and of course you have cases. So, and you can add tasks. So the cool thing about this is that if I go to people and organization, and this is the number one thing people will use this for. Remember, this is on the cloud, right? You can take this anywhere and everywhere with you. You can work off your phone, off your laptop, no matter where you are. And once you're in here, you have the ability to either add a person, add an organization, or import. And you see right now I'm a user, so I can click on my name. And you can see right now it tells you the history with this user, what have happened, how many cases this user has opened, and particular history, when was the last time that this user has been contacted, and a sales pipeline, how much revenue is coming from this person. Let's go and make one from scratch. As a matter of fact, let's say we have an existing list. This software actually gives you the ability to import, and there's an import button on the right, and you're able to actually import from Outlook directly or a CSV file. And if you click on that, they actually give you the ability in telling you, okay, Capsule accepts contacts from an Outlook or CSV file. You can actually click on the how to, and they have a really good knowledge base, right? So they can really teach you how to do this. They'll walk you through the whole process. So I'm going to actually do it myself. I'm going to pop open Excel real quick. As a matter of fact, here, let me do a search for Excel. Go Cortana. I don't even have to talk to her. She knows what I want. I am using Windows 10, by the way. I have made a previous video about reviewing it and upgrading to it. It's worth a watch. So let me jump into this. I'm in Excel, and suppose that I have a bunch of contacts. So I'm going to have first name, last name. I'm going to have phone, email, and let's say that's all I need. Okay, so let's say I have John, Jane, Bob, Robert, Gary, Larry, Stephen, and Matt. Okay, there we go. So I have I have 8 people here, 8 people. I'm going to give them some last names. Smith, I don't know, Roberts. Um, Boy, I suck at coming up with last names. So, Goldberg, Shapiro, Sass. What else do I have? Gonzalez. Oh, let's capitalize it. Gonzalez, Rodriguez, and Estevan. Okay. All right, let's come up with some phone numbers. 718-555. 5555. I'm going to give it a bunch of fake numbers. And let's see if I can get it going in increments. Okay, almost. 718-554-5554. I'm just going to give it a bunch of bullshit numbers. The reason I don't have content ready hand because I'm freehanding this whole thing just to show you how easy it is to do it if you do it yourself. Okay, I'm almost done. 2 more numbers. I'll give it a 212 number, a Manhattan area code. Okay. And let's add another column in here, and let's just call it fax just for the sake of it. We'll give him all the same fax number, 555-555-5555. Okay, good. And bring this guy down. Okay, and emails, we'll call it test@test.com. Fairly simple. And let's stretch this out as well. Okay, I'm going to save this file as a CSV file to my desktop. Let's go and put it into a CSV file on my desktop. We're going to call it book 1. That's fine. I'm going to save it. Yes, I want to save it. Close it. Okay. And we have it. So now I'm going to browse for this CSV file. And let me go up to my desktop, book 1, upload and preview. And obviously it's asking me for mappings. Now because I named my columns, I gave them names: first name, last name, phone, fax, phone, and email. Capsule already automatically verified what the fields are. And if I have to make any changes, corrections, or have any additional fields, because you can customize this with your own fields, you'll see here that out of the box, Capsule is very smart. It took the headers and it matched them automatically. And you can see here, I can go through some sample views. And you can see all my contacts. So now I'm going to continue the import. And you'll see here that it's giving me a list of all the contacts, 8 contacts, which I created from scratch. I'm going to click on I'm happy, import now. The import has now started, and they will email me when it's ready. Now because I have 8 contacts, that's actually pretty fast. Let's go back to my people and organization. And if you take a look now, here is a list of all my contacts. Very easy. So let's say I go to trade shows, or I meet people out there on the street, or I poach LinkedIn or Craigslist, or I'm on various social media sites and I'm attempting to find prospects, clients, and leads. I can just add contacts in here. For example, here is John Smith. So let's go into John Smith's record. And now that he's created into my system, this is a digital contact book. Keep that in mind. So I always have his information handy. The little arrow right next to his name also gives me abilities to either edit John Smith, delete John Smith, merge him with another contact. Suppose I have 2 John Smiths out there and I want to combine both. I can merge them so I don't have any duplicates. I can convert John Smith to a company, John Smith Inc. I can add an opportunity or a case to John Smith. Moving forward, I'll add a note. This is just a sample. And I'll even attach a file. I'll attach that CSV book that I just created. And I'm going to save it. And if you take a look now on the wall for John Smith, you'll see that I had just created a note. And in John Smith's history, I actually have an entire, let's say, wall of things that have to happen. So now I can add a task as well. And I could say, all right, I want to call back John. And I'm going to say I'm going to call him on Friday the 14th. And let's say at 5:20 p.m. and I'll make the category a call, and it's assigned to myself. If I have other users, I can assign this particular task to another user. Suppose I'm working with somebody and I want them to do my follow-ups, right? For categories, out of the box, you have your send, milestone, meeting, follow-up, email, and call. And you can schedule, you can actually create your own categories as you go along. It's very good for organizing what you're going to do and what type of various tasks are taking place. So right now I'm going to select call, and I'm going to save this task. And notice that now I have a task for John Smith, which is to call. And if I go into my dashboard, you'll see that my dashboard is actually going to list every single task that I have coming up. So for example, because I have a phone call scheduled with John for Friday the 14th, you'll see here on my rolling task list how many tasks I have and what my schedule will look like. Kind of reminding me, keeping organized. Keep in mind that this is all a big cloud management software, right? So this is to manage our time, not just our contacts. So the latest update, so every note you take will appear in this wall, and then you have your tasks. Very, very cool stuff, right? Because now you're able to manage multiple things. Now, if you look at the very top as well, you'll see that your most recent visited items will appear in this bar up here on the very top. So I can go to John Smith if I need to visit him again. I don't have to search for him. Although I do have a search feature here, which allows me to filter out what I want to search through. Moving forward, let's go back to my people and organizations. Let's go to Jane Roberts, right? I'm going to go on Jane Roberts. I'm going to add a note to Jane, and I'm going to say, had a nice time at lunch. Talked about blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay, and I'm going to save it. And I'm going to move forward to adding another task, and I'm going to create a task also, follow-up email based on lunch. So suppose I spoke with Jane about something, I don't know, whatever it is, and now I want to send her an email. Tomorrow, we said I'm going to send her an email, let's say at 7 a.m. I promise to send her an email, and I'll make the category an email assigned to me. Now let's go back to my dashboard, and notice my dashboard is now showing me that tomorrow at 7 a.m. I have a follow-up email, Friday, August the 14th. I have to call back John. You notice how right away the picture is coming together in a sense where everything that I'm doing is kind of being recorded on the cloud. Keep in mind that this is completely free until you hit the caps. I mean, this is really cool to try out, especially because you could take it anywhere with you, being that it's a cloud-based system. Now, suppose, right, that Jane called us, right, and she says, I had a problem with our deal. So let's say I'm a web designer or I sell T-shirts, and Jane called me, right, and she told me, Elon, listen, we have a problem. This problem needs to be resolved. So I said, all right, no problem. Let me go into the CRM account. Let me just quickly go here, click this little arrow next to your name, and click on Add a Case. And the case name will be, I don't know, ordering problem. Description, Jane is unable to place an order on the website or some other problem. And I can tag it. I can give it specific tags. Right now there are no tags. Tags are searchable by keyword, by the way, and they're used to be able to more or less find cases based on particular problems. So I don't have any tags specified. I haven't created anything. I also haven't created any tracks, so I haven't set anything to track the case. All I have in here basically is the type of problem that is going on. I named it, I give it a description. Although I can tag it and track it, I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this record. And what's happening is it's showing me that there is one open case. So I haven't solved Jane's problems yet. And when I go back to my dashboard, you'll see that, well, I don't believe cases will appear in the dashboard. I believe I actually have to go into cases in order to see it. When I go to work on my cases, and it's taking a second to load, come on. Oh, there we go. When we go into my cases, you'll see here there's going to be a list of them open, and it's going to tell you what the problem is and a small description of the problem based on what you input. So now when you click on it, you have the option to obviously create a history, add notes to it. The same thing that you would do with a contact record, except as opposed to a contact, this is more of a problem. A case is a call to action, right? When you call your cable company, you open a case and they tell you, oh, we'll call you right back. Do you have a case number, a reference number? This works kind of the same way. You create the case up until the point where it's closed. That's how you take care of people's problems. So I'm going to click on close case in this end, and when this case is closed, all tasks will be removed from the to-do list. Close case, and I have just solved her problem. In the future, when I go into Jane Roberts now, you'll see here that in my history in cases, we actually had one problem, one ordering problem, which was closed and resolved on this particular day. So when you close the case, it shows the day that it was resolved. Also, all the notes are retained in it. So if I was to create notes in this case, they will be retained within the case. So I can always go back to it and reference it and see what previous problems you had. So it's very cool the fact that you can add cases to particular contacts or organizations. It's very nice. Opportunities, right? So suppose now Jane places an order for, I don't know, let's say I'm selling t-shirts or I'm offering some kind of service, right? So I go to her record and I click on opportunities and add an opportunity. And the opportunity is going to be an order for, let's say, I don't know, 10 t-shirts. And let's say I sell my t-shirts at $5 a piece, $5 per shirt, 10 shirts, white and black, 50-50. Okay, I'm not going to give it any tags. I'm going to be charging her $50, and let's say this is going to be an already one opportunity. I can actually track this opportunity. You see, an opportunity is never set in stone. From previous videos that I made, you learned that an opportunity is a what if, meaning someone is interested in buying, they're a suspect in this case, or a prospect, right? I'm not entirely sure what champion and opportunity are. It looks like when the categories are created out of the box, they were made to accommodate various stages of an opportunity. But as you know, an opportunity is either you're going to buy it or you're not going to buy it. You know, you're going to order from me or you're not. You're interested, so there's an opportunity, right? What's going to happen next? Am I winning it or am I losing it? So in this case, Jane already ordered. I don't really have to work on it. Let's say I'm going to go the easy route. She already placed the order. So this is 100%. Probability of me getting this deal is 100% because she already gave me $50 for the 10 shirts. Again, there's no track set up, and I'm going to hit save. And immediately this opportunity is automatically closed because I won and the expected revenue is $50. That goes towards my sales pipeline. When I go into my sales pipeline, you'll see in the last 30 days, I have one converted, one opportunity. And this opportunity is for Jane Roberts, and this is going to be an order for 10 t-shirts, and I got it 100% won, $50 USD value. And then I can keep track of my money, and I can create different currencies, and I can create various lists. Notice that there's a bunch of lists. So in CRM and in BCM, these are called views. In Capsule, it's called lists. So I can actually look at revenue based on money that I've earned, money that is milestone is verbal, meaning I have a firm, yeah, I'm going to buy, but you know, I haven't actually made the purchase yet. Suspect prospects, you can actually look at different filters and see how much money you have on the street, meaning how much money you have in the air, how many people are really close to buying, how many need to be worked, sent material, have calls, people calling them, speaking to them, and things of that nature. So this is the way that it's listed. It's listed in the sales pipeline, gives you a nice little layout of all your sales and how much money you have made. You can even look at lists based on a particular person, how much money you have made from Jane Roberts. And if I go to Jane's record, and let me go into Jane's record, you'll see here that all of her orders and opportunities are tracked in her particular record. So that means that if I have a customer, right, and he ordered 10 things from me, I would have a list here of the amount of things which he ordered, how much revenue he netted me, he or she had netted me, and what kind of offers I can make her based on her previous orders or discounts. So it's really, really cool the fact that I could do this and I can track this. And this is what the CRM is about. The CRM is really about navigating and making sure you have information about people. And this includes websites, fax numbers, phone numbers, emails. You see, I'm going to click back on Jane Roberts. You see here that I have her phone number, her fax, and her email based on the import that we did previously. When we imported into contacts. So this is really cool, the fact that I can do this, that I can just dump in a crap load of people in here. I can just go on LinkedIn, or I can go to a trade show in the city and meet a bunch of people and scan a bunch of business cards and place them in here and then work them as I go along. Everything here is searchable. Organizations, you could type in a name, a phone number, even a custom field. which is very cool because if you go into settings, and let me go into the settings window. If you go into the settings window, you can always upgrade to professional. You have a usage meter, tells you exactly how much you're using. So right now I'm using 1 out of 2 users, and I'm using very little space, 441 bytes. Okay, so I can actually put a ton of things in here on this free account. And I have 9 contacts out of 250, which is 3%. I can cancel the account at any time, and I can upgrade it to Pro at any time. And notice they're actually giving you a lot of offers. You can save 50% off the first month, which makes it $6 by using a promo code. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, what was I going to talk about? Oh, custom fields. Right, so in settings, you can actually export all the data out to back it up. You could change the appearance, changing the color scheme, uploading a logo image. I just picked a random picture of my computer. Mail Dropbox, right? So you have a mail Dropbox. What does that mean? That means that you can actually email this particular email address that they give you. And what that does is it automatically creates a contact out of it. So if you're on the go, right? You're on the go and you met somebody, you can just email this email address, just add it to your contact book on your phone or on your laptop or whatever it is. Shoot an email to the address provided, which Capsule actually makes for you, and it'll automatically resolve and make a contact for you. It's very cool. This actually works via their API integration. So you have a form on the go. As a matter of fact, you can even have a web form online, emailing this email, make this the email to email to, and it'll automatically put leads from web forms into this CRM for you, right? It's pretty cool. Users, you could just add another user. Right now I have 1 user. I can always add an additional user. I'm up to only 1, but I can only have 2 on a free account. Opportunity milestones, we kind of talked about that before. I guess the probability of getting the money is based on each one of these particular milestones which they created. You can create your own milestones. Like I said, out of the box, this is what they came up with. So I guess the proposal, the verbal stage is really a 90% win, right? That's when they tell you, yeah, I'm gonna proceed and move forward with your offering, your product or your service. When you send a proposal, you're 75% in. I mean, this is really cool to track yourself. If you use this properly, you'll really manage your stuff. Even though a lot of people I know don't even bother with this, they just use it as a big address book, more or less. Tracks, you've seen that before. We can add different tracks. So tracks are also tags. I use them as tags. You can actually read all about this. I don't really use this, but you can see here that it's just provide a simple way to define a sequence of tasks of things to do in your business. They can be used as opportunities and cases. Here's some scenarios if you want to set up tracks. I'm not going to cover that because not only do I not too familiar with it, but I wouldn't even use it. I don't see a reason to use it. It's not that necessary. Task categories, we've seen that when you create a task, if it's a phone call, you can add it to the category of phone call. The reason I have that is good because you can label what you're doing and you can run lists and see particular categories for your tasks. Custom fields, the coolest part, because I can go and create a new custom field. So let's say I'm selling t-shirts and I want to add a text field, and I want to add this text field to, well, this is the people and organization. I'll actually want to add it to opportunities, and I'm going to add a new text field, and I'm going to call it number of shirts. Enter a number of t-shirts, and I'm going to click save. What's cool now is that if I go into people and organization and Jane Roberts, and I go into her opportunities, and I click to go into this opportunity. Where is my custom field? Let me see. It should actually be here, but it looks like I already closed this. So let me go back to Jane Roberts and create a new opportunity for her. Add an opportunity. And I should have a field here called number of t-shirts. Curious why it didn't come into my screen. Oh, additional fields. Enter number of t-shirts. There you go. It's right down here. So it goes on the very end, and I can add custom things in here. Suppose I want to add multiple fields. I can actually add multiple fields to kind of tailor this to my liking. Just like I showed you guys with BCM and with CRM, how you can add your own custom fields. Every business is different, so every business requires their own set of data and their own set of fields. So you can add your own custom fields to this, and you can create them by going to settings. Let me jump through the settings and go into custom fields. So I have one custom fields over in opportunities. I can always delete it. They offer a various amount of types: text field, date field. Let's say it's a date, like date shipped, date sent. Suppose it's a list, you want to make multiple things or checkboxes, or a generated link. You could do all of these at once. I should just play with them all, actually. It's pretty cool. You can add custom fields to cases, people, and opportunities, the three main entities inside this system. Tags, well, kind of speaks for itself. You already know what a tag is. You can create as many tags as you can. Again, helps to organize, helps to search. It's really cool that you can actually search things, right? So a tag can be an extended data tag, which enables collection for specific information through custom fields. Tags go hand in hand with keywords. I call them keywords, they call them tags. Integration. So another cool thing with this system is that it integrates with tons of software out there. Really cool stuff. Unfortunately, some of the best ones are for premium users. So you actually have to purchase the $12 per user package to use the premium ones. But it's pretty cool because you can have a website contact form for free, which you could put on your website and it'll automatically shoot the information into the CRM. MailChimp, you're familiar with for using for email marketing. It integrates with this system for free. FreshBooks is premium because it's used to actually collect payments, send invoices, and things of that nature if you want to do something like that. They give you a definition of every single integration. This actually integrates with hundreds and thousands of other things using Zapier, which is really cool also. And actually, I think I made a video called Tweeter Automation, which uses Zapier. And Zapier is actually this website over here, zapier.com. And there are tons and tons and tons of Zaps which use Capsule. So I wonder if I could just search here to show you an example. Where is it? Capsule CRM. Where are you? There you go, Capsule CRM. So it integrates with hundreds of things. You can see how many Zaps, and you can create a free Zapier account. And you can see all the cool things that you can do with Zapier. There are 28 different automations that you can do. This is really neat stuff. Look, add new Google contacts to CRM, to Capsule CRM as new people, for example. It integrates with Google. It integrates with a bunch of things. Look, add new Capsule CRM opportunities to Google Sheets and spreadsheets. There's a lot of things. Send Gmail alerts for new Capsule CRM opportunities. I mean, the list is endless if you want to really dive deep in and customize this thing. And last but not least, you have trash. So anything you do in the future where you delete, you actually have a recycling bin. Unlike Dynamics, which I dislike, BCM does have this too. It's called the deleted tab. But you do have a trash bin, so in case one of your users decides to be a punk and delete your stuff or just make an ignorant mistake, you can always go into trash and recover details. So that's really what I wanted to walk through here. This is a really cool CRM system, and I think it's pretty awesome. I was looking really hard for a good contact management system for a long time, and I came across this on open source CMS, and I think this is awesome. And the fact that they give it to you for free is really cool. And the iPhone app, you know, I don't have a camera to point to my phone, but Capsule CRM iPhone app. They have a really, really, really cool iPhone app. Let me see if I could find images. There you go. No, this is for CRM. Is there a picture here of Capsule CRM's app? Is that it? That may be it. They have a really, really nice app that works with Android and with iPhone, and it's free and it comes together with your stuff. I mean, it's really, really cool. The fact that they have the ability to do that, to integrate so tightly with your mobile device, and that's a very big important thing, and why a lot of people stray away from using BCM now because it's not cloud-based. So it's really cool that you're able to do these things. And you can download the app and actually make a free trial on this site. So in the description to the video, I'm going to put a link where you can sign up for a free account. It's not even a trial, it's just literally a free account. So you can sign up for it and test it out, kind of feel it out. If this is something you'd be interested in, a CRM system or kind of like a starter CRM system, definitely sign up with this. Get the free account, check it out, see what it's like. This works for almost any business. No matter what you're into, whether you're offering a product or a service, you could track the opportunities, cases that people create, and you can organize your day by creating tasks and reminders and not bug your phone down with a bunch of things. So I'm going to now, I'm going to end the video on a note saying that this is definitely worth checking out. Make a free trial. I'm going to be putting a link in the description of the video below. Check it out, and thank you for watching.